Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Spy Family Part 2 episode number 9 reaction. Alright, the previous episode again two little short stories. The first one is with we get that Anya goes to her dad's place and the place where he works, apparently, like the cover work that he does in a hospital. And because in the school they have to write a report about it, and he goes there she goes there, kind of observes Lloyd for a few things, and kind of does a little bit of mischief, just like she always does, like the whole thing with the bookcase, and making some people, some doctors think that ghosts actually exist. And like stuff like that she did. And yeah, it was a fun little section, in the beginning. And then the next one, where we get to see Anya kind of getting influenced by Bondman again, writing like a code and summoning, like the code will have like some kind of a like a encrypted thing where it will like summon them to a certain place. And she starts giving that to everyone that she can see. Frankie gets it. None of the other people sees it or tries to decode it. However, Frankie was like, all right, let me do this, because he thought that, oh, maybe it's some lady, who, from the organization, who wants to meet. And he was ready. He wasn't able to sleep, had like a bouquet ready, and goes there, and all in vain. He was just waiting there. Anya was sleeping at that moment. So there you go. That was fun. So that was the previous episode. This is episode number 9. Let's start. So yeah, I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. All right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Joint operation. Oh, is this that girl? Yep, there you go. Fiona Frost. Oh, interesting name. Frost. Kind of matches. Her hair is white. Hmm. Yeah. Glacially. True. Oh. Oh my god. Bouncing between. That's a way to say that. Uh. Wait. Does she like Lloyd or something? I'm. I feel like that's the case. Oh my god. Wow. I don't think that's why she said that. Oh my god. Oh, Nightfall. Interesting. Secret ambition. Nightfall and Twilight. What's up with the code names in this show? Like Daybreak, Twilight, Nightfall? Like what? Interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's talking about replace. Yeah, I'm guessing she likes Lloyd or something. That's the case here. And she was saying like she was not present when the operation started. That's why she wasn't able to help out. So that's why Lloyd had to find someone, like who could play as his fake wife. Okay, let's see. Another breakfast truant. Oh my god. Wait, oh okay. Like even oh my god. How can someone mess up? I guess they can. Is it Frost? Yep, there she is. Yo, her eyes. Yeah, Sensei. Fiona Frost. Ah. Oh. Yeah. Get in, yeah. Can invite her in. Okay. Oh no. Oh, I think she can probably make tea and coffee. Yeah, that's good. I was thinking like uh, oh my god, her eyes. Her eyes. Look at her eyes. Hey. Oh yeah. Because she's trained. Yeah. Corner her into leaving. Wow. Hey, what? Who said something like that? Oh my god. Hmm. Realize your own immaturity. Complaints. Oh, he's oh my god. At this point, start talking, Bond. No, it's sniffing. Emergency. What's going on? I don't examine. Wow. Yes. Is dog walking necessary? Operation Agent Twilight. Okay. Menial task to the women. What? There's so many things going on. Classroom and caliber. Re-examine the plan. None of your business. Evil spy. There you go. I knew it. It's like, wait, is this real? Oh my god, is that her inner voice? Well, time to go, Anya. Okay. Oh wow. Number of gray hairs on the head. Oh. Wow. Oh no. Secret, that's a secret ambition? Okay. Anya's like, my family will be my family will be destroyed at this rate. Anya has seen a lot at this small amount of time, so oh, it's raining. Okay. Hmm. Oh, she that oh my god. Oh, okay. Does that sound like a normal conversation to you? What? Oh my god, yours delusions. Oh boy. Hmm? Wow. Give me a well, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, that's why he. Oh my god. Hey! Trained? You think? Oh my god, wow. Totally good. Yeah. Or maybe. Oh. Oh no, Anya, you're in danger. Anya. Oh no. No, she literally said that in code words. Yeah. Oh no. Well. Oh my god. Uh, wow. Bond. Oh my god. All right. Oh boy. Hmm. Oh boy. Ah, she is not happy. Yes, senpai. Oh, that's overkill, yeah. Oh wow. Damn, she remembered each and every name of his. Okay. With his true self faintly showing itself. Yeah. Potatoes. Hmm. Yeah, he probably wants to talk to her and ask her like what the hell, like what was this about? Like, she just came here directly, so and obviously she doesn't have an umbrella, that as well. Henderson. Oh yeah, that happened. Oh boy. Yeah, her poker face is gone. Hmm. Hmm. Oh boy. Oh wait, that's it? Wait, wasn't this short? Kind of? It felt quite short today. What the hell? Oh, maybe there's like an after credit scene. Yeah, it is short. It's like the 20-minute mark currently, or something like that. Ah. Yep, there you go. There is an was first expedition of Jealous. What's she watching? Oh my god. Oh no. Map of peace. What type of anime is this? Is this a kids show? Like, oh my god. You can't. Oh boy. Yo, Bond is just. Oh my god, is this about Bond? I thought this was about Fiona. The whole jealousy. Oh no, Penguin is dead, I think. Bond killed him. Hey. Oh yeah, she can read the mind. Yo, we can actually hear his voice now. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. What? I guess. Oh, that's been worse. Oh yeah. My God. Oh, poor Bond. Oh, what's he doing? Oh, oh, I thought he was hiding in shame or something. Trying to, or maybe some snacks or something to cheer her up. Okay, let's. Better than like those are some scars. Like some battle scars. Yes, there you go. Yes, he was almost going to die, but we brought him back. So. Oh, the peanuts. Shioaji, the salt tester. Bondman. Wow. Yeah. Oh boy. Yes, friends. Well, yeah, like bring some peanuts to them next time. All right. So there you go. That was this episode. We finally meet the new character properly here, Fiona Frost. That's her name, and she is she is Lloyd's co-worker and another spy, obviously. Now we get to see that oh, what was her name? Handler's name, Sylvia, wasn't it? Yeah. And the handler, she puts like, gives her like a assignment. She's like, oh, like, next time, the next uh, mission that you'll have to go on, it will be together with Lloyd. So, but do those missions, it's fine, but make sure that Operation Drake doesn't get any interference from that. And here Fiona's like, how is it going? And she's like, yeah, it's going kind of like, it's this is a thing that's going to take time, obviously, because it's like, it's like a it's a long time. This is like a long time. This game is going to be like, this whole thing is going to be played for a long time, it's like a what can I say, like first they'll have to become the Imperial Scholar, then infiltrate Damien's place, not infiltrate, but become friends with him, then go to his place, meet his dad. It's a long time, and obviously, like, yeah, these things takes time. So it's going to be a while that this whole thing goes okay. But for now, it's going okay. Now we get to know here that Fiona was not present during the beginning of the operation. So she's like, I'm sorry, I was not there to provide support. And then she's like, should we actually, like, like, should we change Lloyd's, like, wife now? Like, I'm ready now. And obviously his handler is like, no, obviously not, because like, just she got married just a few, I think, like 2 years or something ago. And that, like, no, yeah, something like that. I think that was like on the that was written 2 years or something like that. So she's like, if you change wives again, that'll be a very bad reputation on Lloyd. Obviously they are in Eden's academy, it's going to be a big problem. So you cannot do that now. And also Yor is one of the locals, so it should be like, like, it should also bring some of its own perks. And okay, now I love the fact this part is, oh my god. She says like, but if Miss Forger would leave the stage, I will be forced to replace her. And Handler is like, huh? What? I don't need any diabolical schemes of you. And at this point, I was like, okay, something must be going on. The biggest and the most obvious reasoning for her acting this way is because, number one, she likes Lloyd, most probably. Like, that's why I thought. I was like, okay, it may be something like that. There were other, like, reasons it could have been as well. Maybe because she is too much, one of those, a few of those characters in animes we see who are too much of a straight-laced person, like, who's like extremely focused towards their goal, this and that. There was also a possibility of her being someone like that. That's why she was like, oh, like, like, if it's taking that long, let us replace her, and like, in the other way, so that it wouldn't be a problem, because she wants to complete the mission as soon as possible. And yeah, like, that could have been also the case. But at this, like, at this whole, like, situation, I was like, yeah, it must be that she probably likes Lloyd or something like that. And you know what? I realized one thing. In the previous was it the previous episode where we first met? Yeah, it was the previous episode where we first met Fiona in the hospital. I remember there being a scene where there was like a shadow watching them. That was definitely Fiona. I'm realizing it now. She was probably keeping an eye on him, and Anya, to see what the hell is going on. and because she likes Lloyd, and that's why she wanted to see what's going on with Anya and Lloyd. Like, are they really like father and son, daughter, father and daughter? This whole like thing, like how is the family like acting going on. She wanted to see that. That's why she was probably keeping an eye on them in secret. So yeah, so I was like, yeah, it's definitely something like that. But it was a while after we realized like what actually is going on, and how crazy her, not crazy, but how much of a like like a twist is her inner goal. Like after that they kind of tell us that, oh, like this girl is like, the narrator tells us that Fiona Frost, and everyone like is like, oh, look at this girl, like she, look at her, she wants to take Lloyd's like like Lloyd's accomplishment, and like that's why she's doing all of this, all that stuff they're saying, gossiping, and they're calling him her cold-blooded, this and that. And she's emotionless, code name Nightfall, a woman with a secret ambition. And at this point I was like, okay, what is her ambition? In no way was I expecting her actual ambition to be something like that. I kind of thought that she must like Lloyd, but yeah, not her secret ambition being the same thing as well. I was not expecting that, at least. But anyways, next we get to see all right, it's in the morning, breakfast, Lloyd, Anya, and Yor are eating. Now Yor had made like that sunny side up, the egg fry that she has made, and it's burnt. And I'm like, how can someone mess up that bad? Like that, like it's crazy. Like like it's crazy how much she like. She. Oh, there's one food that she can make. I remember like the previous episode, one of the previous episode, she made that food that her like her mother, like not her mother. Sorry, what was that? Yeah, her mother's recipe. Yeah, that's something that she could make properly. But the fact is, that's way more difficult than a than a sunny side up. I think that's what. Yeah, like that's what it was. Yeah, it was an egg. Yeah, there you go. So that was way easy. It's way easier to make something like that than that food that she made. But yeah, like her, like your thing is, I feel like she actually tries to replicate the taste. Like she got to know, she knew her mother, how she made the food and everything, and knew the taste. That's why she could replicate it, and that's why she was able to do it properly. Like I feel like the way she cooks is kind of in a like a very different way. Otherwise, how can someone fail? Like, how can someone cook that but not be able to cook like a normal egg fry? That's crazy. But anyways, that's your. She still has a long way to go. But yeah, so while she was kind of thinking about all of that, in comes Frost, and Frost is like, oh, like I'm Lloyd Sensei's co-worker, and I'm here to return the magnifying glass that your daughter left there. And there, Frost is like, where is Mr. Lloyd? And Anya, your answers that, oh, he and the dog and Anya are out walking the dog. Now she gets in. Now at this point, we were still not confirmed why Frost is this much particular about about replacing Yor, but obviously it's pretty obvious at this point that she likes Lloyd. Now. She makes coffee, coffee or tea. I don't know what it was, but I think it's coffee. Gives coffee to Frost, and yeah, she's like, "This is a charming apartment." Does she think his secret lover has come to visit? There you go. Like this thing that he's playing in her head is enough evidence for us to realize that he has this crazy, like like what can I say, like obsession with Lloyd, or something like that. That's fair. I do mean to steal her place as a wife in the first opening. Her instincts are on point. While you're in her head, it's like, oh my god, this girl is so beautiful. While she's thinking of all of that. Now, Frost is like, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it so that she actually leaves on her own. Because if we force her to leave, that'll be a big problem. So she tries to badmouth Yor, like says that, oh, like, what Sensei was saying in the hospital. She was actually saying that your is, and like she was saying that, and while she was saying that, your Lloyd comes in, and Lloyd is like, oh, we're back. And now Fiona cannot say that now, like, obviously, because like, Lloyd is here, so she cannot just lie like that. Now this is kind of interesting because I thought at this point that, oh, the whole conversation got interrupted. Yor wouldn't realize what she was trying to say. Interesting that Yor didn't actually kind of guessed what she was going to say. Like later on we get to see that even though the conversation was interrupted, that, like, she kind of thought about it. She heard what she said, and she thought about it, and she came to the same conclusion that she was going to say. Like she thought, like, oh, maybe Lloyd was actually complaining about me or something. That's what she thought. Like, this is interesting because in most animes, like, this is one thing that we see is whenever something like this happens, like someone is talking about something, something important, and like, some secret, and bam, someone comes in, the whole conversations get interrupted, and that's it. It doesn't go further from that. The other person who was interrupted, that person stops talking, and the person who gets interrupted, who was going to listen to the conversation, because the conversation was interrupted, they just forget about that conversation completely. And that's how it goes. But here, Yor remembered what she was saying, and she kind of deduced what she probably would have said. That's kind of interesting because, like, most animes don't do that, while here, we get to see her actually catching what she was going to say and kind of deducing the rest of it. But anyways, here now here they start talking in code words, like they are like, oh, like, where were you? And Lloyd is like, why are you here? And Frost is like, I happen to be in the area for some shopping, while underneath the actual thing is, like, the actual the code word that it was said that I merely wanted to examine the site of Operation Strix. Now this is happening. They were like, this part was a little difficult to keep a track on because there's two conversations happening at the same time. And it was crazy. Now Anya gets in, and Anya's like, what the hell, who's this lady? And she gets freaked out because she's like, oh my god, does she have like a bad relationship with my dad or something? And she keeps talking about some random stuff, while underneath she's talking about how like, whether this is necessary or not. She's like, oh, like, is this necessary, that going to walk the dog? And okay, here we go. Should you not leave menial tasks to this woman? Is she being uncooperative? Lloyd is like, personally, no. What are you trying to say? It's a loss to this world to have a man of your caliber become infatuated with playing house. I don't know how the hell they're translating this, in which way, but somehow they're having this conversation underneath this whole shopping conversation. They're talking about shopping and prawns, allergic to prawns, while in coded word they're actually talking about this whole operation. Okay, must be some wordplay, some Japanese wordplay, I'm guessing. I suggest re-examining the plan, while Lloyd is like, this is none of your business. Yeah, so there you go. Now here Anya's like, okay, you know what, let me see what's going on in her head. Does she really not like my dad? And as soon as she she taps into her brain, inside her brain, it's like, I love you, Agent Twilight. And Anya's like, wait, what? Like, I love the fact that she's actually rubbing her eyes as if as if she's actually seeing it. She can hear it in her head. She's like rubbing her eyes. She's like, what? And she gets confused for a moment, like, obviously, like, who wouldn't? Like, we people who watch anime are used to these type of things, like I feel like these type of scenarios happen, like, at least like at least like out of 5 animes, at least 3 animes have this type of a thing, where one person's like, oh, I don't like you, I don't, like, doesn't show their original feeling, but inside the whole tsundere, like, thing. So, like, we people who watch anime are used to this. However, Anya's not used to it, she has barely started anime. She's just started Bond Man, so she has a long way to go. But so she's like, what? And I love the fact that her inside what's it called, the inside voice that she has is full on crazy. And like it's this weird like cutesy type of voice she has in her inner voice. Anya's just looking at her. Oh boy. Now we get to see a little bit more of her inner delusions, um Frost's, like Fiona's inner delusions. She's seeing the future of her actually feeding Lloyd very delicious food, doing the laundry, putting the laundry extremely quick. Then she's like, oh, here's my earning for this month, like a lot of money, just giving him. And then she's like, oh, I also took the liberty of checking what you need for the next infiltration mission, this and that, enemies, weapons, names, ages, number of gray hairs on their head. And Lloyd is like, oh, you're perfect. And you're just running away crying. You're just like, oh. And like, this is her delusion. And then they get married. And wow, this is everything it's that everything's playing inside her head. And Anya's just flabbergasted looking at the whole scene like this. Now, you know what? One thing I'm kind of thinking, it is kind of true, like if she was the one who actually became his fake wife, then the operation would have been a lot more easier for Lloyd, because there would be no secrets. Both would know what they're trying to do. Like this whole trying to keep the identity safe, this and that, Lloyd, tiptoeing around Yor, and Yor tiptoeing around Lloyd, because each has their own secret identity. This whole thing, them unable to cooperate or anything, all these things are something that Lloyd has to take some extra steps for the operation straight. However, if she was his fake wife, then both would know, that both would be, what can I say, would be able to exchange information with each other. And sometimes Frost might be able to help him, he might be able to help Frost, this and that, vice versa, because the goal is the same. So if you think like that, logically it is true. If she was actually she was there at that moment and she volunteered to become his fake wife, I mean, if that happened, it is true that the operation would have been a little bit more smoother than it is currently, the pace it's going. But obviously, we know, Yor is this is not the story, and that's not the story that's going on. Story here is Yor is here, and Yor is like an assassin, and all these stuff, and the story is even with all these fake things going on, even though they're a fake family, how I'm pretty sure in the end, by the end, their bond will be even stronger than an original family, that type of thing. And I'm sure it's going in that direction. So that's the whole thing, and that's why obviously, unfortunately, Fiona could never fit in the plot of this anime as the main heroine, because that'll defeat the whole purpose. So that's the unfortunate situation. Maybe in some parallel universe, Fiona actually was able to get her dream come true, but not in this universe. Unfortunately, Yor is here. But yeah, now, and it is another thing is also true, if she was actually Lloyd's fake wife, I don't know how the hell she was going to treat Anya. My god, her inner thinkings are crazy. She thinks everyone's like a like a military, that's how she treats everyone, I'm kind of because we saw in her in her head, she was thinking about training Anya to be more reasonable or stuff like that. So yeah, now Anya sees that, and Anya's like, oh my god, what's going on here? Now Yor is like, all right, let me bring coffee for you, and Anya, hot chocolate for you. And she makes coffee. Now here we can see, Yor is thinking that the word that Fiona said, that sensei actually, the conversation wasn't completed, but she kind of deduces what she was going to say. And she was like, okay, maybe Lloyd was complaining about me, and but her deduction was something that Fiona wanted to say, to kind of throw her off. But like we know Yor, he is extremely delusional, especially in these type of situations. So she kind of uh, twists the whole thing into an even more crazy scenario. She's thinking that Lloyd said that always clumsy and useless, maybe I should sell her out to the authorities. Why don't you marry me instead, Fiona? And Fiona's like, oh, can I? Why don't I come by your house soon then? Yeah, that's not a conversation. That's not a normal conversation at all. But this is your paranoid completely. She's thinking about all of that. Now Yor is like, yeah, obviously, like Lloyd might have said that because I can't even properly make breakfast. Everything, I have to, Lloyd has to do, and I can't help around, do nothing, and she's getting bothered by it. Oh yeah, I feel like, yeah, you know what, the first thing she should do is actually, I don't know, like go to, she tried that, she did try, I was going to say, join a cooking class or something. She did try it. She asked, what's her name, her co-worker, I forgot her name, that girl, for help, and she did help her to get one recipe, to perfect one recipe. But I feel like she needs to do, go to her more and ask her more to teach her. That'll be good. Because it is obviously it is true. The thing here is, Lloyd and Anya, they're not bothered by the fact that Yor cannot cook, or they have to help out. They're not bothered by it. But the fact here is that Yor herself is bothered by it. If she was a person, she was like, oh, they're not bothered by it, why should I care? If she was a person like that, it would have been fine. She would have been doing her own thing. She wouldn't think or stress too much about this whole situation. But the fact is, she's not that type of a person. She's the type of person who thinks about, oh, maybe they're getting inconvenienced by me being unable to cook properly. So that's the thing, she's thinking that if even my, the things that I should contribute, even that I cannot contribute. Lloyd has to do it, and she's getting bothered by it. And that's why I feel like, because she's being bothered by it so much, she should at least go and actually that lady, that co-worker, go to her and ask her more for help. I'm pretty sure she was pretty pissed off in that episode. Because Yor cannot, it takes a lot of time to actually understand and all that, especially in these type of cooking things. But still, go and ask her for help, and get at least a few recipes properly, because she herself is being bothered by it. If she was not bothered by it, it would have been fine. But since she's herself is being bothered by it, and she herself wants to change, yeah, it would be good if she actually goes to that, or maybe someone else, maybe an actual cooking class, and yeah, learn something, so that she herself doesn't get bothered by it. Because it is if it's, if you yourself are bothered by something, yeah, you need to actually do something about it, because that's an actual problem. If someone else is bothered by something, you can just brush that aside. But if you're bothered by something, yeah, you need to do something about it. You cannot just brush that aside. That will always be there inside you. So there you go. So she herself can get a peace of mind. But either way, she's kind of she's like, oh, Lloyd must be not happy about it. That's why he in her delusions, she's thinking that Lloyd complained about her. Now next we get to see that they have she served coffee, and Fiona's like, oh, Lloyd never drinks milk, puts milk in her coffee, in his coffee, and hey, you don't even know this one. And she was just saying all of this, and then she sees Lloyd putting milk, and she's like, what the hell, did he change his tastes or something? But then she's like, okay, maybe this is because he's Lloyd, he's playing that persona. And I love how in Lloyd's inner mind, he's thinking that at least this milk takes the edge off my stomach pain. So Lloyd is drinking the milk because your food is making stomach ache. Oh my god. And that's the actual reason. Actually, maybe I should just switch to something non-caffeinated. And Anya's like, ha. The lady is happy. And she drops the cocoa, and again she's nitpicking. She's like a mother-in-law, those nitpicky mother-in-law that she's like, oh, you. Yeah, she's like, oh, she must not have actually disciplined her child at all. Like, like this is what happened. I think that's what she says here. Where is that part? She drops it. Yor comes in and starts wiping, and she says, "What a careless girl! If Twilight had trained her properly, she'd have able to catch the glass before it fell." My God. It seems he's too busy to find the time. And so she's like, yes, like, like obviously I am so much better than Yor. I can easily. Here we go. That would mean that the conditioning the daughter is a wife's job. Yeah, and then she's like, a woman who can't even scold her daughter is not capable. Like I said, she's like a nitpicky mother-in-law. Is not even capable of it. Give me your place. And here, at this point, Anya's like, reading her mind, and she says, when I'm her mother, they show a scene where she's just my God. I'm going to drive the knowledge and combat into her very bones. Yeah. Soon as Anya sees that, Anya's like, oh my God, this is not okay at all. Like, up until this time, we were just seeing that, like my like Lloyd and Yor, and they like she was only thinking about them. But as soon as she puts her like a notice on her, and Anya realizes that if she actually is the one who comes in as a mother, she will just make her life a hell. She's like, oh my God, yeah, I can't let this happen. I categorically veto this mother. And she just like, okay, like now I have to do something. So Anya goes to Yor, and Anya's like, oh, like, I love mother who wipes hot chocolate off of me. She's the best. And she just, I want to, like, and she just puts her head in her lap. And Yor is so happy. You're like, oh my God, like, even a worthless person like me who cannot do the, like, anything properly, even that someone like me, like Anya is being this nice to me, like, what a nice child. And yeah, and then she like puts in like small little hints. She's like, oh, like I love my dad and mom and Bond, like all of them I love. I love this relationship. And she's like kind of rubbing her head against Bond. And yeah, now seeing all of this, Yor is like, yeah, you know what, at least for Anya, she gets up and she's like Lloyd, like I give everything for the sake of the family. And like I wipe hot chocolate. I'll wipe hot chocolate as often as it takes. Wow, that's so nice. And here Lloyd is like, I know how hard you work. That's why Anya's become so attached to you. That's all I need. Okay, so now here Yor is very emotional. Yor is like, oh my God, like, she's almost crying. Here we see Fiona saying that a fake smile. I've seen this smile multiple times before, and we get a little flashback where Lloyd told her that, oh, like, I'll always keep a poker face. And she took it way too far. Like when Lloyd said that, oh, always keep a poker face, she's like, yes, I'll always keep my poker face on from this point onwards, and never in my life will I show my actual emotion. And Lloyd's like, wait, no need to be that that extreme. But I doubt she listened to that. So that's why she's always, her mouth is like just like this, like one straight line, her mouth always stoic completely, because and inside her heart she's like completely crazy. That's why, probably because Lloyd told her that. Now she gets like, we get the little flashback here, and we get to see how she has observed each and every Lloyd, all of Lloyd's disguises. We've seen, like, she has seen every one of them. And that's why she says that I understand that this is a fake smile. However, from that fake smile, from the the cracks of the fake smile, his true self is faintly showing through from the seams of the fake smile, and I can see that. And that's why she was frustrated. She was like, yeah, like that's the thing, like even though Lloyd is acting. I'm pretty sure deep down, like, obviously deep down inside his heart, he's not completely faking it. There is a part of him that genuinely appreciates his family. Like, not everything is an act. At least at this point, they've spent quite a lot of time up until now for Lloyd to at least get that much amount of uh, fondness for his family and genuine emotion. So even though the smile is fake, she could see that there is a part of Lloyd that genuinely likes this and is, like, having a good time and appreciating this time. So seeing all of that, Fiona gets up and Fiona's like, "Yep, like, I forgot some potatoes. That's the most important part. I'm going to take my leave." She leaves, and we see Lloyd is like, "Okay, I'm going to give her the umbrella. She never came here with any umbrella." So at this, like, obviously Lloyd probably was quite kind of curious. He was like, "Yeah, like, why did she come here? And she never didn't tell me anything at all. So maybe she has something to say." So he quickly goes out, and obviously at the same time, like, she probably needed an umbrella as well. So he goes out, and he's like, "Oh, Fiona, like, wait, like, why were you here?" Uh, and oh no, sorry. He says that use my umbrella. Yeah. So as soon as he says that, Fiona's like, "I forgot to say something. The most important part is that Handler has said that we're going to work together in the next mission." And yes, now after that, she looks at Lloyd, and her, like, her face. You can see that her mouth is kind of scrunched. For the first time, it's not a poker face, and the raindrops are falling. And here she says that, "Oh, thank God it's," in her head. She's like, "Thank God it's raining today." And yeah, because otherwise she would have shown her emotions there. So Lloyd was like, "Oh, are you?" Like, she was going to say, he was going to say something, but she doesn't let him speak. She leaves, and she says that at least until this Cold War ends, only what? Okay, just a minute. "Even if it is as a fake wife, for now, please just let me be by your side." And she says that playing house is making you weak. Next mission, I'll show you my talent, and to prove you, please take care not to hold me back. She leaves, and inside her head, she's like, "That no one but me is worthy to be your wife." Okay, so yeah, and that's where the whole thing ends. So there you go. She's still not, like, kind of throwing the towel. She's still has her, goal set, her secret ambition, and yeah. Now that was that part. We get an introduction to Fiona and all that. So she wanted to she wanted to drive Yor away, but in the end she ended up like, making, like, Lloyd and Yor and the whole family bond even more stronger. That's funny. Okay, so that was that part. Then was like a little section in the end. Like, I love this part. Like, you know what? This part kind of threw me off. The title of this section was "Her First Experience of Jealousy." Wait, Bond is a girl? Really? Well, okay. I always thought Bond was a boy. Oh, interesting. Or maybe the translation. I don't know. Like, anyways, so okay. Here, I actually thought this was about Fiona. I was thinking that they were going to throw some kind of a flashback for Fiona or something. Apparently not. We get to see that Anya has started watching, like, a new anime or whatever, and then there's like a penguin and like a bear kind of a character, and Anya's like, "Oh, look, that bear looks like you, Bond." And then the penguin dies like that, and I'm like, what anime kids show something like that? This is like a cartoon, like, like a cartoon for kids, I'm guessing. Like, oh, what? Like, oh, I guess this was probably, like, but still, like, wait, who does this penguin remind me of? Oh, this penguin reminds. I was wondering. I was thinking like this penguin reminds me of something. It reminds me of Elizabeth from Gintama. If you've seen Gintama, you'll know Elizabeth from Gintama. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, so the penguin dies and Anya gets scared and is like, "Oh my god, penguin son is killed," and Lloyd is like, "Go to bed quick," and takes Anya and goes puts her in bed. And Anya's like, "Oh, I want penguin to sleep with me," and takes the penguin and starts sleeping. Bond is just waiting there, like the door is half closed. He's like peeking out of the corner of the door, and yep, that's obviously. Next morning, we all knew what was going to happen. Penguin has been killed, literally. And Anya's like, "Wait, who did this?" And obviously, the only person who can do this is Bond. So she looks at Bond and reads his mind. And I think this is the first time we actually hear Bond's voice, like literally speaking. Penguin bad. Took Anya away. uh, and Anya's like, "No, I don't like you, Bond. Like, go away. You're evil," and all that says. And Bond's like, "Oh, how can this happen?" Shocked. Bond is shocked, and then Bond just goes away, like, sad. And Yuri's like, "Okay, I'm going to fix it." And she doesn't fix the penguin, she even mutilates it more. She kills the penguin even more. And Anya's like, "No." And Lloyd is like, "Okay, like, I'm going to buy you something new. Like, it's fine." And Anya's like, "No, this is the first thing that you gave to me. So, yeah, like, I want this only." Like, that's why she was that much, like, it's like an emotional thing for her. So Lloyd is like, "All right, fine, I'm going to fix it." So he starts sewing it up, and Bond decides to, like, somehow cheer Anya up, brings a little bit of a peanut, like, like a little peanut packet. And yeah, Lloyd has completed sewing it up, and it's a very good job he did, like the sewing and everything. And like, and just what I was just thinking when Annie was like, "Oh, like, it looks so, like, like worn out, like all these stitches." I was just thinking that, okay, like, like, what, it will be funny if Lloyd says that these are like, battle scars or something. It makes it even cooler, and that's exactly what he said. And Lloyd is like, "Yes, like, he's protecting us, like, he's fighting for his friends and family. That's why these are something to be proud of." And Anya's like, "Oh, okay." And yeah, Bond comes in with the peanuts packet. And at first Anya was like, "Oh no, you're evil, Bond." And but then she realizes that she's genuinely apologizing. Anya's like, "Okay, I'm sorry, I said that I didn't like you," and they become friends. And that penguin and the Bond signs a treaty of not fighting amongst each other, and everyone is happy. And Lloyd, in his head, Lloyd is like, "Oh, if this happened with the East and West, if everything was this simple, how nice it would have been." And that's where it ended. Nice, cute little section in the end. And obviously, we also get to meet Fiona. So there you go. So that is it. And that was my reaction to episode number 9 of Spy Family. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe. If you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Spy Family. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.